No, Topic, Mitchell, Holmgren.
Tough tonight.
He is the third leading scorer in the association, averaging a piece against the Knicks in the Garden on Friday. Here's a look at our starting lineup presented by Popeyes. Wizards will go with Coulibaly, Kuzma, Sarr, Poole, Carrington. First shot of the game by Jalen Williams is off.
And listen, that is the guy you cannot forget about in Jalen Williams, having an all-star season, is playing high-level basketball.
Meanwhile, from OKC, they're going to go with Dort, Williams, Hartenstein, Cason Wallace, and SGA. Cason Wallace, really good defender. In fact, this entire team is really good on that end of the floor. Hartenstein on a kick out. Lou Dort. Alex Sarr with the rebound coming off of a double-double Friday night in Chicago.
Well, already you know how detrimental turnovers, they're going to cost you tonight. And you saw it last meeting in OKC. Here's another one.
Dort driving in. Kickoff to SGA. Drew, I said
decisions, and it had to be quick. Wrong with the ball. We just seen Tupas look at the matched defensive intensity. Just how they play defense against you, up ending the ball, chasing over the screens, not switching. You're going to have to play tough defense to match their energy. Mismatch, take advantage.
OKC, full conference. Threes up by one shooter this season. Fifth in the league in steals, sixth in steals per average. Dort trying his hand at a three. Tap out by Hartenstein right to SGA. SGA being guarded by Carrington. Swing over to Wallace. Corner three rattles out. Tonight's officials, Courtney Kirkland, crew chief in his 25th season, Finney Ransom, and Brandon Schwab. Wizards have missed their first two shots from three. Williams.
If you ask me, in the league.
Poole with a tough drop in the last three games before the game. Free throws. Washington already got to the free throw line 4 times here in the first quarter. Carrington guarding Dort. There's a switch now. Wallace on the drive left, shoots right, hits.
Already being highly aggressive to start this first quarter, facing Wallace.
Got 6 points Friday night in the Garden. Turnaround jumper is off for Kuz. OKC #1 in so many statistical categories, especially on the defensive end. Carrington lining up a three and knocks it.
Defensive teams in the league.
First field goal going down for the Wizards. About 8.5 to go in the first quarter. Dort with a bump off on Carrington.
I would say when a down year offensively, only averaging 9 points. And Lou Dort was a guy a couple seasons back, give you 20 any given night.
Bilal off the mark there on the three. Dort getting downhill. Good defense there by Kuz. Coulibaly ahead of the pack, rocks it home. And a rebound, push ahead. It's SGA in the paint.
Where you start collapsing and sitting 2 to 3 guys and stopping 2 and give up wide.
Guys to the All-Star game and let that be the three. I know how to incentivize them.
Talk to me.
Straight cash, homie.
Oh, cold cash?
Cold cash.
Hey, if they don't want to go, I'll go.
Exactly. You shot yourself out of the league, but that's okay.
Hey, yeah, 18% to be exact the last season.
Became a clapping 5, and now you're my partner.
I feel like I was shooting a water balloon.
Kuzma, corner. Ball is taken away by OKC. For more on the toughness of one Jordan Poole fighting through it, let's check in with Megan.
Yeah, guys, something that BK has noted since that initial hip injury that he sustained a couple of weeks ago, it's something that he's continued to play through, and something we've seen is the fact that he continues to attack downhill. And you would think with a hip injury you wouldn't necessarily want to take that type of contact and continue to attack, but I think it's what makes Jordan and allows him to stay fluid and stay confident in what he's been able to do offensively.
Megan, I'll call him a hard-headed competitor, and I love every part of it. The way Jordan Poole comes out and tries to be available for his teammates every night. Dort, fall away, counting. Koulibaly allowed to shoot a three. It's SGA trying to go one-on-one against the rookie Bub Carrington. Driving the baseline, and Bub bumps him.
Injuries, hips.
He's second in steals total. Has the #2 defensive rating of individual players in the league.
Well, it starts with these guys individually, and collectively, you start #1 in steals and deflections. So you know what that can lead to, a lot of fast break and transition buckets.
Here he is now working on Koulibaly. Misses that one. Poole on the run. Deep three. Bilal trying to fight for the basketball as he kept it in. Nice cut by Kiss. Wizards showing a double here to SGA. Joe. Bounce pass inside court.
Either making a shot, an easy layup, getting to the line, or kicking it out for three. If they score like that, hey, tip your cap.
Solid screen for Valanciunas to free up Poole. Now JV's got a matchup he likes with Case and Wallace on him.
He's gonna have to go quick because they're gonna collapse.
Good cut, swing, shot clock at 1. Poole's got to get something up. Here's Koulibaly. And that's going to be a stadium as they beat their rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and moving on in the playoffs. We congratulate a free agent.
So I hear that you're a Ravens fan now.
Well, I cover the Ravens, so
okay.
I root for them. But I want to give love to the Commanders as well.
I like how you do that. You're diplomatic, my friend.
Koulibaly with a block.
To the challenge.
They gave that block to Jordan Poole. There's a cut by Isaiah.
Yeah, he's not just an average Joe. He's an ISO Joe, too, because he can isolate and score.
Poole on the kick out. Bilal blinds his feet.
Firecracker. He needs to get back to that.
Koulibaly with 6. Keyshawn George trying to work on Joe. Nice drive.
I would say it's something.
High honors for those second-year players.
Selling for outside three-point shots to get his flow going.
Using that 6-7
Oh, there he is.
frame.
There we go.
Comes up with a steal. Push it. Keyshawn again into the body. He likes the match.
High clip from three-point territory.
7 points, 3 of 6 from 3. 2 steals. Washington as they're on a 7-0 run. Wiggins with a kick over to Williams. SGA pivots. Trying to work on a post-up on Carrington. Punting arms.
As you mentioned, and you've added them back.
It will be the sustainability of that because this is a very, and I mean very good basketball team. Deep, positional size. This is why they're one of the best teams in the NBA and have a chance to win the championship as SGA comes up with a steal. Both teams are shooting 43% from the field. Joe, all alone, cannot leave.
Panic. Up until that point, the Thunder were 2 for 10 from 3. Not let get out of hand as SGA attacking downhill or start doing that right there.
Give him a dozen in 10 minutes. Under 2 to go. The lead is 5. Carrington. Kick out the Cougs. Jalen Williams with the rebound. You remember back on December 23rd, Williams made his season debut to a hero's welcome. And he made his first 3 back then, if you remember, when he came into the game.
Wow. Eventually start knocking that down.
OKC 3 of 12 from 3, Washington 3 of 11. Turn-away jumper is off for Cougs. SGA gets his first rebound of the game. Be interesting to see how many guys actually guard SGA tonight as Williams with a push shot to Jaylin.
I say a serviceable big man.
Carrington relocates. Williams secures the rebound. Jalen trailing the play, now skipping it over to SGA.
No middle penetration.
Here's Joe, another 3's up. SGA hustling to get that deflection. Here's Williams driving on Valanciunas. Probably should have shot that mid-range shot. Instead, turns it over. Wizards have committed 6 turnovers already.
Or you have a mismatch on the post.
Williams, 3 to close out the first. Here's Kuz at the buzzer.
He can be on the defensive end.
Sorry, Chevy's first quarter stats. OKC was able to shoot 50% from the field. Wow, Kuzma still searching for his first field goal. He started 0 for 7. Jalen Williams on the kick out. Wiggins, the former Terp, to Hartenstein, who's
What that guy had, his energy and intensity level is second to
a 2-year deal with the Knicks expired.
I like to use round numbers.
Okay.
Did that with the tax bracket, huh?
Exactly.
Can we go lower? We've seen the ball handling skills.
Just that 1-point lead, and now, like what I'm seeing from George, already 6 for 6 from the charity stripe tonight. Being aggressive, as Drew said. Now Keyshawn on the defensive end. In a nice guarding stance.
2 starters in Hartenstein and Jalen Williams, but they don't fall off too much on any rotation defensively.
JV's hook shot is good, part of scoring production in the 40 a game, the Washington Wizards. Meanwhile, OKC's bench ranks 21st at 33.1 points per game. Wiggins thought about it, seeing a double.
That's his shot.
Hartenstein following his miss. JV clearing the board. Carrington on the spray out. JV already hit one. Pocket pass inside of Hartenstein as Kuz got into the passing lane. Kuz with a pass. Carrington misses. George misses. Brian Keefe yelling at Brandon Schwab, thought he got fouled. Williams, there's a foul, and that's
any given minute, and he's doing it. They saw him in Santa Clara. It's soft.
3-0 last year when he got a 30-piece. We've talked about this last time we were in OKC, even last year. Watch Oklahoma City and how they fight over screens. There's no compromise with what they're doing defensively. What does that do for your defense?
Applies the pressure. It forces that guard to have to attack in the paint.
A lot of excitement in this building watching the PG go to work.
I love playing with John Wall, one of my favorite teammates. And I tell you what, every time it came to free agency for me to re-sign back with the Wizards, he went to bat for me, Chris.
Well, I'll say this. There's a lot of dudes in the league that got paid because of that guy. And they'll all tell you that. Hartenstein being one in his last 5.
Yes, he is.
Poole loses the handle. Wiggins, who is the son of Christy Winterscott, had 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Both of those young men heading to East Lansing to play for Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans.
That's awesome. Guess it's in the genes.
Amazing day of basketball yesterday on the network. You got to see both Six, St. Francis Academy, all of them hit the hardwood yesterday over there in Hyattsville. 7:30 to go here in the second quarter. Kispert between his legs, spinning and winning.
It's good to see Corey Kispert in attack mode, showing some consistency off the bench, having back-to-back 23-point performances.
And then found out the hard way as the Chicago Bulls had him high on that scouting report.
Staff figuring out ways after timeouts, ATOs.
Of 11 from the charity stripe. For more on Kispert.
Corey was having some struggles shooting. He told me very candidly that he was letting go on some of his mechanics, got back in the gym, worked on those, got right mentally and emotionally as well too. And then on top of that, as he knocks that, he said shooters have off nights. It happens in this league, especially when you go up against some of the best defenses. And when it comes to Corey, he puts in so much work. I am not worried at all.
Poole with a step back 3, front rims it right into the hands of Sarr. Sarr said short. Champagnie on the hustle. Last touch by OKC switching. Bilal. 3 is off. Wiggins on the rebound. OKC's out rebounded Washington so far, 21-17. Catch and shoot 3 there by Williams is off. There's Case and Wallace taking the ball away. Kicking it out to Henrich Williams. That rattles out. Record of 31-6. 2 guys over there in street clothes will figure prominently in their championship run. Alex Caruso and Chet Holmgren. You can't miss Chet. He's standing up and he's got some. Czar's first field goal of the game. Here he is now guarding Wallace. Hartenstein secures the offensive rebound. This is when SGA is in his best, able to survey, see what he likes. And he goes inside, bumped for Supreme.
And he's available. They put that new rule in. You can't miss
65 games.
There you go.
Luka just missed out.
There you go.
Wow, missed that 3. Yeah, there's incentive now. You want to be a MVP? You got to play for it. You got to earn it.
What do you think they put that rule in for?
I don't know, Drew. Who do you think?
I think it was Joel Embiid.
SGA missed that one. I thought that was a good contest by Czar. Champagny by as many as 20. Poole with a slip feed. Czar. Alex on the deck. Carrington on a 2-dribble pull-up, fall away. Remember that device? What was that grip in the 80s that we would have to help you with
the squeeze or the gripper?
Yeah. Whoa, okay.
Okay. All right, back to live action then. Yeah. You asked the question now. I just gave you the answer.
Dortmund.
Vice grip.
No, it was that gripper.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
One of the old school ones had rust on it.
Yeah. You cutting up on a Sunday night, Drew. Czar, catch and shoot 3.
Squeeze that one down with the rust. Yeah, he was a grown man.
Probably here already. We'll see them tomorrow night.
Returning for Washington is Kyle Kuzma.
Here's Kuzma with the rock, kicking it out. Koulibaly is trying to spin as well. Czar going to work with 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Bilal, swings it over. Kuz. Still looking for that first field goal of the night.
Yeah, right now he's just catching these late shot clock situation grenades and having to launch them.
Wiggins on a baseline drive and uses that back. Former Turk, 3 of 5 from the field. JP. Lead is 8 for OKC, under 3 to go. Washington shooting just 32% from the field. Carrington. Those are shooting just 20% from downtown on 5 of 25 shooting. SGA working on Kuz. Deep 3 for JP. SGA ahead of the pack.
Second, 5th team foul.
Look at our Toyota leaders, rookie leaders at that. Bub Carrington ranking 2nd. Games with 10 points, 5 assists this season. You can see it. He's always going to be in that category, night in, night out, because his ability to flirting with a triple-double. And I think that's going to be the ceiling for Bub Carrington throughout the. So I like back-to-back and get rookie of the money.
Doing her job as a good sideline reporter. That apparatus is called a hand gripper.
Oh, wow.
You can get it for $29.95 on Amazon.
You said you had all the devices in the 80s, right? That was one of them, Thigh Master.
Back to live action. Lob to Hartenstein. Lead is now ballooned to 22.
Thanks, Megan, by the way.
Good you're looking out, Meg. Koulibaly decides to shoot 3 over Hartenstein. SGA already 16 points in 17 minutes. Here he is crossing, dancing.
Great defense by Bilal.
Williams. Looked like he got hit. Hartenstein cleans for the Thunder. 31 rebounds total. Under a minute to go here in the second. Kispert on a drive.
Corey Kispert has definitely got better attacking downhill. Not just getting contact, but finishing right at the rim.
Koulibaly with the assignment on SGA as he waves off Williams, waiting for that screen from Dort. Get the matchup he wants. Being guarded by Kuz.
Oh, wow.
Stretch last year, right now.
Numbers, okay. Both teams number 1 in the West and number 1 in the East, right?
The only loss OKC's had against an Eastern Conference team was the Cavaliers.
Okay, I like that. But when you look at the numbers, Chris, it's night and day.
To Google who Johnny Cochran is, some of y'all. If the stats don't fit, you must vote for Jokic.
Oh, wow. And those stats gonna fit.
SGA misses after